You know it's important to lead generate, but you just can't find one that fits you, or you don't have the money to do the ones that people keep telling you to do. Come on, let's go. I'm going to show you how to do client events in a way regardless of what your budget is, regardless if you're an introvert or an extrovert. Let's go. If you're ready to do everything you need to do to grow your business without sacrificing your family and your time, or make sure you get that time back, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos, and I'll share everything I know. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn how to maximize a client event, the options for you, how to maybe get it paid for you, how to do a low-cost one and piggyback on other events, and how to wrap in your branding if you want to. I've seen these strategies in action in my own business, the 2 businesses I own, plus with agents that I coach across the country doing amazing things. First thing I want to make sure is that we know that everything you do in real estate is to get a conversation. The conversation is what leads to the referral or the client. That is what every single activity, whether it be sending a card, posting on social media, having a client event, it all boils down to getting a conversation with a human that's most likely willing to either use you or refer you to somebody. So we gotta let that sink in before we go down the whole list. How do you pick a client event? This is actually one piece that stops a lot of agents from having the event. They don't know which one to do and which one will be right. So I want to help you with that. You can either just pick one if you want to, or you can put it on your social media and give people options and say, what do you think? You still get to decide, but you can include people in the process. You'll have their input. You also want to think about what is your brand? What do you like? What's suited around you? Like, it's no mistake that I have a crab feast, and during the pandemic we had to do crab cakes, but there's a reason that I picked crab cakes, because the first time I did a client event, I actually had a wine event, and that wasn't me, and it showed. Once I started doing something that suited me and was exactly who I am and my brand is, it made it so much more fun and so much easier for everyone. I think everybody enjoyed it more. So what does your sphere say? What do you like? And now, how about budget? Do you have a budget? Do you need to do this for practically free, or do you have some money that you can put into this? If you need help paying for it, you can ask a vendor to split it with you as long as they have marketing abilities. Check your RESPA. You don't want to get any RESPA issues. Make sure you're doing everything in line. But you could also do something that's like a class, an investment class, or any kind of first-time home buyer, seller series of like an educational thing that someone else is putting on or will put on for you that isn't really a high-dollar event. I have an agent in my state who did mimosas and crepes for buyers and sellers, and she had an amazing turnout. Another way to do this on the budget is to piggyback off an existing community event. So if there's a bonfire, if there's a hike, or if there's a movie night, you can go there, bring some snacks and drinks, and say, hey, I'll be providing snacks at this event if you want to stop by. People will love that because it's one extra thing that they don't have to worry about. They might not even have shown up if it wasn't for you. You still get your conversation in because they're getting the drinks and the snacks without all the expense. If those weren't enough options for you, I also have an opportunity for you to be the coordinator. And now this is you coordinating an event or coordinating like a mom's night out, like I did early in my career with my preschool moms. Just a night out. I picked the time, the date, and the location and invited people. I didn't pay for everyone's stuff. We just went out and met, and we did it consistently. Over time, we got to know the people, and some of my friends would bring other friends that said, you have to meet Alisia. She's an amazing realtor. And I never had to say anything. As an introvert, you can see how that is pretty amazing. Being the coordinator is one of the most overlooked things that you can do in your business that is so incredibly powerful. A few other examples might be getting a foursome to play golf with your friends. It might be going out for happy hour. It might be just coordinating a hike. I mean, a hike's free, and it's about the conversations and the relationships. And everyone will be so grateful for you because no one is inviting anyone else to these things. No one's taking the time to coordinate these events like that. And they're going to be grateful. They're going to see you as the leader. And all you did was pick the date and the time and coordinate. And because you're either a real estate agent or an entrepreneur, if you're watching this, your job now is to do stuff like that. You don't have to feel bad about taking time out to do that. You can give yourself permission that this is exactly what your job is. You're cultivating relationships. So when you narrow it down of what you want to do, and what's in your heart and your people like and fits your budget, pick the time. And I suggest picking a time that A, makes sense with your sphere and the crowd that you hang out with. Like, if you're in a tourist town and like April is horrible, like don't do April if it's the busiest time, right? Also consider how your real estate patterns have been before. So if you are consistently really slow in December or January, back up 60 to 90 days and look and see if there's an opportunity for you to have an event that time, so you can get all those conversations in, and it will set up and help make you not on that roller coaster of real estate. It'll give you a lot of oomph and then help you through that to level it off. Because what happens is you get so busy and then you don't do what you're supposed to do, and then you don't get leads. So this time, if you can backtrack and kind of like back your way into this and say, okay, December, okay, in October, I'm going to do this event. Once you have the event set, you can't back out. It's not like you can't do those activities. If you're a new agent, you can still do many of these things, especially the coordinator ones will be right up your alley. Let me know below if you're a new agent or how many years have you been in the business. So how do we make the most out of it once we get the event set and we kind of know what we're doing? You're going to have an opportunity to have 6, 7, 8, 9 conversations with these people, even if they're ones that don't come. You're going to have the polls and them giving influence about what they like. Maybe you ask them one time about what they think you should do, and then you're like, oh, I've narrowed down my spots. We're going to do mini golf, or we're going to do a dinner. What do you guys think we should have, steak or hamburgers? Should it be potluck style or whatever? Because nobody's more committed to what you guys have going on as the people who have put input and like they're bought into you. So you've already created conversations without even ever having an event. So even if all you do is ask to try to do some recon and you're not ready yet, at least you've had those conversations and now you can do it at a later time. Then you have the actual invite when you go to invite people. You have the reminder. You have another reminder, and maybe between when they RSVP, hey, remember parking's here, or hey, remember that see you at 10. You have the actual conversation or conversations at the event, a thank you, and a really amazing thank you would be a send out card with like their picture from the event on the card. If you want to know about send out cards, I did a whole video about why it's so impactful in my business and how it works. You can also give them an opportunity to post photos that they may have taken and use a hashtag or put it on your page. You can encourage that. That's another connection and conversation, because you're going to thank them for doing it and you're going to comment below. And you then get to have a conversation or a note to the person or people who didn't come to saying, I missed seeing you there. Hope we get to see you next year. Hope to see you at the next event. Sometimes as the planner and the agent, we focus so much on how many people are going to be there. Am I going to look like a fool? Is this actually going to be successful? Or is everyone going to think that this is awful? And it's not about any of that. It's purely about the conversations and showing appreciation to the people that you care about. Let me know by commenting or giving a thumbs up if you like this video. It helps me know if I should make more videos like this for you guys.